call to order Lamar City Council regular meeting Tuesday, April 16th. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Goodchild.
Yes.
Wick.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes.
Bruns.
Here.
Hick.
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same. Motion carried. I'd like to welcome everybody to our meeting today after those beautiful rains of last night and this morning, and makes everything clean and fresh, and hopefully we'll have a clean, fresh meeting today. We start today with hearings. We have 3 of them. Our first is hearing for sale of property, Parks Place Estates. On April 2nd, 2024 meeting, the council set this as the date and time to hear public comment regarding the Floyd Valley Healthcare Board of Trustees request to sell Park Place Estates. Floyd Valley Healthcare has operated the property since 1997 as an assisted living facility. It is intended as a condition of the sale, the property will continue as an assisted living facility. The working legal description, not to utilize on legal documents, is PP Lot 1, Park Place Estates, City of Lamar, Plymouth County, Iowa, address 900 Lincoln Street Northeast. The subject property contains 2.37 acres. I'm going to open the hearing and ask for any written or oral comments regarding the sale. Yes. Please identify yourself.
Dustin Wright, the CEO at Floyd Valley Healthcare. I'd like to thank the City Council for taking up this important matter. This conversation started at Floyd Valley when reviewing our master facility plan and asking the question, how does senior care services continue to grow with the community of Lamar's? With this in mind, we thought it was appropriate to first understand what do our community partners vision for long-term care services in Lamar's. Early on discussions with Acura Healthcare, it was apparent that they share our vision for high-quality services with an eye on continued community growth. Forming partnerships for growth has always been a priority for Floyd Valley. Furthermore, during initial conversations, it became clear that Acura was the right partner to lead Park Place Estates into the next 25 plus years of continued success. When Floyd Valley took ownership of Park Place 25 years ago, assisted living was a different care level than what you see today. This is due to longer expected lifespans, higher acuity of residents moving into Park Place, and overall operational success requires a higher level of oversight and leadership. Simply stated, assisted living is at the core of what Acura Healthcare provides. Acura owns and operates assisted living facilities throughout the state of Iowa. They have a resource center dedicated to ensuring all their facilities maintain high quality, high resident, and employee satisfaction. They are the correct partner for long-term success at Park Place. Lastly, when Floyd Valley was considering next steps at Park Place, 3 main points were non-negotiable for us as we brought this proposal forward. First, Park Place must remain an assisted living facility. Second, if the name on the front of the building changed, we wanted to ensure that we had a partner that would continue to provide high-quality care regardless of who the owner was. And third, we understand that resident satisfaction is tied to our team members, and having a partner that understands that equation was essential. Today, the Acura Healthcare leadership team is here for the public hearing, and I just wanted to formally make those comments. We've had questions since we brought this forward. As the council knows, we have met with residents and team members at Park Place stating what the intention is, but this sale still needs to be officially approved through the City Council. So I wanted to take a quick minute to just say those comments and then answering questions that the council had or any questions within the public as well.
How many of the employees have said they will stay on?
Those conversations will be happening, Brian, once we get the official sale completed. Acura will be meeting with them, but Acura has made commitment to all the direct care team members that care for our residents that they will have an opportunity to remain employed at Park Place. We don't have that answer yet.
And how many are currently employed at Park Place?
Approximately 20.
recently we had somewhat of an upset when we transitioned from fire and rescue to fire and rescue, the merger. Is Acura prepared to fill any gaps that could happen should there be some disgruntled situations?
Yeah, I would invite Ted Leneve, the owner of Acura, to come forward, and I'll just state during the conversations that we've had, absolutely. The commitment to ensuring that resident safety satisfaction is the first priority, and making sure that we work through any gaps that come forward will be a high priority for us.
Good afternoon. I'm Ted Leneve, owner and CEO of Acura Healthcare. Want to understand the question a little better because I wasn't familiar with the fire to rescue.
If you have disgruntled employees that are mad and 3, 7 of them leave, whatever, are you prepared to cover those positions in care for the residents during a transition period?
Absolutely, 100%. So currently we have 34 nursing homes and 13 assisted livings.
Okay.
And then obviously we have the facility here that used to be Plymouth Manor. And so we do have the staff there that's available to assist.
Okay.
Happy to answer any other questions that you might have.
What was the reception of residents and family members like?
I can give you my perspective. So we thought it was great. We came in and spent some time first talking to the employees. It was important that we had an opportunity to talk to them about what to expect, also about our culture, what the company is like, because we knew once we talked to the residents, the first people they go to are the staff. It's amazing. They seem to worry more about what's going to happen to the staff than they do themselves. And that's a great relationship that they have. So the staff seem to be fine. Obviously, they wanted to know if they had jobs. We've made a commitment. We're going to hire every single one of them. We're not going to change pay rates. Insurance will be a little different. We just don't have the same ability to match insurance the way that they have in place right now. And then the other thing we've done is we've recognized seniority. No one loses their seniority. No one starts over. If you've been there 15, 20 years, you'll earn the vacation time at those same rates. And so it was great with them. It seemed to be well with the residents and the family members that were there, that we answered their questions. And then we stuck around a little bit afterwards and met with some of the leadership in the building and talked about what a transition would look like, understanding that this hasn't happened, but if this does, this is what you can expect.
Thank you.
From your perspective.
Yeah, I would just add in, especially with the resident part of it, I had an opportunity to call and visit with 22 out of the 28 families members, point of contact immediately after visiting with the residents. And the overall feedback was ensuring that their loved one would continue to have a place to live. When we answered that question, talked about Acura and what their mission and what they provide to the community, the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. And so I felt that, honestly, that couldn't have gone any better from the family perspective.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
So I would just add then, if I can, from the Acura perspective and from our team, we look at a number of opportunities every year that come to us from around the state, and we kind of prioritize them. We were always looking at 3 or 4 potential opportunities. When we heard about this and we started our conversations and didn't realize where this might go, I will tell you, this went to the top of our list, and it is our #1 priority. We are so excited to grow in Lamar's and excited for the future and other things that we think we can do down the road. We want to address memory care, and so we will be a great partner to the community, and if there's anything we can ever do to help, please let us know. But we did want you to know everyone on our team is just excited to see if this can go through. So.
Thank you. Any other comments? Then I will close the hearing.
I want to read one I got from somebody in my ward that wished to remain anonymous, and I promised I'd read it. These are not my words. Says, "Good morning, city council members and public. I wish to comment on the intentions of Floyd Valley Hospital to sell Park Place Estates to Acura Healthcare, a for-profit company. I'm disappointed with the desire to sell an asset of our city-owned healthcare campus, especially when it involves some of the most vulnerable members of our community and as the only assisted living option in our community. Park Place has been an asset to our community for several years and is a fantastic option for those who seek quality care in a community that invests in its facilities. It is my belief that losing control, local control, and oversight over this would be a significant loss for our community, especially during a pivotal time in long-term care. There is no doubt that long-term care and assisted living landscape over the last few years have been challenging from a financial and staffing standpoint. It is essential to ensure that we continue to have a say as a community in our seniors' care and future care. This is also a time in which several hospital and healthcare communities nearby are investing and committing valuable resources to their aging seniors. Sioux Center, Orange City, and Cherokee. Yet we are choosing to put our seniors up for bid. I am concerned that this choice will result in a decline in the quality of care for those impacted by those looking to profit from our aging population. I look at situations like that which occurred in Rock Rapids when a corporate-owned nursing home shut down and moved their residents to Hull. They were able to accomplish this without a traditional 60-day notice to allow those impacted to choose where they were to live next. There are situations that occur when the bottom line is more important than the quality of care, and while no healthcare facility can operate without a well-balanced budget, it is the commitment to reinvesting into our facilities and those you serve that sets these two entities apart. Thank you for your time, concerned citizen."
Anything else? Then I will reclose the hearing.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2419, authorizing the sale of Park Place Estates established May 7th of 24 at 12 a.m. as a public hearing on any and all other received by noon on April 30th, 2024.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Can I have a roll call, please?
Sturgeon,
Yes?
Bruns,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes,
Yes.
Pick, Goodchild.
Yes.
motion carries. Thank you, everyone. I'll move on to a second hearing. Our second hearing today is on the water rate ordinance. At the April 2nd, 2024 meeting, council set this as the date and time to hear public comment regarding amending the Lamar's Code of Ordinances, Section 9202, Water Rates for Service. The user rates adjustment is needed due to expenses related to the reverse osmosis RO project. The rate structure specifies what rates need to be at the completion of the project to cover operational costs and debt service. I'm going to open the hearing and ask if there are any written or oral comments regarding this water rate ordinance. Seeing no one approach, I'm going to close the hearing. The administration recommends council approve the first reading. Any questions, comments?
Yeah, on the ordinance for minimum bill, it says $14.33 per 1,000 gallons, so we need to take the per 1,000 gallons off of there.
Correct.
Say that again?
Correct. Because I think it isn't the minimum bill for the first 2,000.
It's 2,000. Yeah.
Good catch, Brad.
Motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 2420, amending the Lamar's Code of Ordinances, section 92-02, water rates for service.
It's actually 989 ordinance.
It's ordinance. It is an ordinance. You're right. I apologize. I'm going off the resolution. My bad. 989.
Ordinance number 989, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Pick,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes.
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Bruns,
Yes.
Goodchild.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. We'll move on to a third hearing. This is the sewer rate ordinance. At the April 2nd, 2024 meeting, council set this as the date and time to hear public comment regarding amending the Lamar's Code of Ordinances, Chapter 99, Sewer Service Charges. The charges need adjustment due to the expenses related to the industrial pretreatment facility and the combined plant expansion project. The rate structure is based on construction estimates, operation, and maintenance of the new facilities. I'm going to open the hearing and ask for written or oral comments regarding the proposed sewer rate ordinance. Seeing no one approach, I'm going to close the hearing. The administration recommends council approve the first reading. Any questions by anyone? Got anything you caught there?
I just have something for clarification. It says, the minimum charge shall be yada yada, and then in addition, each customer shall pay per 1,000 gallons of water. So is that the minimum charge plus the 1,000 gallons, or is the minimum charge the first 2,000? In the section 1 there.
So what is that? Yeah, so you got your minimum. And isn't it for each additional 1,000, it's $4 and,
Is that after the first 2,000, like the water?
I don't think so.
yeah,
Is it?
well, just wait.
Sewer was charged by the gallon, I think, but I,
Well, there's the minimum and then in addition, so I was just curious if it adds them together.
for some,
And I'm fine if we
No, it's gotta be here somewhere.
I read it about 12 times. I can't come up with it. This is only the first hearing, so I'm fine if we pass this and then get more clarification on the next one.
No, I think what it is, Brian, is, okay, so it's 12.21. Then don't we add the $4.19 to that, and that's the actual minimum? Because the 12.21 would be the user rate, and then the 4.19 is a charge we put on there for what it says, the operation and maintenance.
So
So
they're
the
added
actual
together.
minimum is, add those together, 1640, something like that, is the minimum charge. We believe I got that. I'll find out for sure by
But
the time
the-
the next one, but I believe that's what it is.
But for my own clarification, the user charge rate for operation and maintenance, including replacement and debt service, that's still per 1,000?
No, I don't think that's a per thousand, that's
That's
just
just
a
a flat rate?
rate.
Yeah, so the question then would be, would you be better served than to put the per 1,000 gallons of water into the first? No.
I guess the clarification I'm looking for is the minimum charge. Is that just a minimum charge if you don't use 1,000 gallons of water to get up to that?
Yep, yep.
So they're not
Yeah, so
added
if you use
together.
500 gallons, you're still gonna pay the 12.21.
Right, but if I use
Okay.
10,000 gallons, then the minimum charge is irrelevant.
Minimum, yeah, well, you're still gonna pay that, but then you go down to anything above the minimum, you got the charge per 1,000 gallons down below.
yeah, the better question is if you use 1,200 gallons. Because it's over the minimum, but not to the next step
Yeah,
yet.
so you're gonna pay the 12.21 plus the 4.19, and then you're gonna go down and pay $2.58, 2.5824 per 1,000 gallons above the minimum.
prorated,
Okay.
I mean, if it's a portion of 1,000.
So I think you'll probably get more clarification if you read the full section. This is we're just amending 9907, the minimum charges. I think there's some user rates, and I don't have my book in front of me. But
Well,
I think it's 9906 and 99, the other ones, right, Jason?
Yeah, we're only amended two sections because those are the only two that apply to rates. I can find that out, Brian, by the time the next meeting.
Great.
I'd just comment that I saw some comments about the Sentinel article, people complaining about raising rates, and again, I think Clark hit on this before, there's a reason for this. You know, you want really better water, and you want to build your infrastructure for your wastewater. Those things have to be paid for. We're not raising them because we want to by any means. It's a necessary evil.
Thank you.
Would we expect to see rates go down after the debt's paid off? Or probably not, because it's gonna cost more to
Oh, that's
maintain.
wishful thinking.
Do you ever see
Well,
that?
I mean, you have the wording and maintenance, including replacement. So,
An ongoing maintenance.
right.
I mean, I know the airlines
The answer is
do
probably
it once,
no.
I know the airlines do it once the jet's paid for, your rates go way down, so maybe we can look at it. Motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 990, amending Lamar's Code of Ordinances, Chapter 99 sewer rate charges.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Wick,
Yes.
Sturgeon,
Yes?
Bruns,
Yes.
Pick,
Yes.
Goodchild.
Yes,
Motion carried. Thank you, everybody.
good catches. Good question.
We'll move on to general discussion. In our general discussion time, we open the microphone to any citizens who have concerns or anything, or compliments of the city. Remind them they have a 10-minute minimum, or maximum, to voice their concern.
You up there for a long time.
Is there anyone in the audience today that would like to speak at our general discussion? Seeing none, we'll move on to Thumbs Up Award. Mark?
Thumbs up to my beautiful wife Brenda. It's our 41st anniversary, and I think living with me is not always a walk in the park. So that's all I have. Thank you.
41st?
41st.